Modern cars run on over 100 live data signals. But only 13 sensors cause most failures I see in US shops. And most of the time the engine isn't broken. Wait, what? It's not the engine?
It's being lied to.
Let's get to it. A faulty MAF sensor can cause weak power and poor fuel economy. Thinner than a human hair, airflow through the MAF sensor cools the heated wire, changing its resistance. The ECU measures this to calculate the exact mass of air entering the engine. Pressure, not airflow. It still works, just too slowly. Fuel trim is drifting rich. Now it's correcting, drifting lean. The system is actively balancing. Response speed matters. The TPS is mounted onto the throttle body. Align the sensor with the mounting studs. Press and rotate to secure. Smooth throttle response restored. Come on, start already. Ugh, nothing. Strong pulse signal restored.
Engine heartbeat restored. Sync. Restored.
Mixture slightly off, adjusting the carb. There, that's better. A bit lean before. First, remove the IAT sensor from the intake manifold. Hold it steady and spray the sensor element. Wipe it clean and it's ready to reinstall.
Air density matters.
The EC enriches the fuel mixture. It reads the sensors and adjusts the injectors, resulting in better engine performance. First, disconnect the electrical connector. Use a wrench to loosen the sensor. Remove the sensor for cleaning or replacement. Here, the transmission executes a harsh shift. The actuator engages abruptly, causing the gears to clash and lock with intense force. Huh? Why is it only 30? Vehicle speed anomaly detected. Currents? That's not right at all. Cruise control has shut off. Take manual control. Press the accelerator to maintain your speed. All right, knock sensor's picking up pre-ignition. I'm pulling timing back 5 degrees. Okay, that's locked in. Knock retard's down to 5 degrees. Should be stable now. This oversensitive knock sensor misfires on a tap. It sends faulty signals, damaging the engine. A bad sensor can kill your car. First, align the wrench with the bolt. Now, turn steadily to the specified torque. Perfect. That's the correct installation. Oil light's on again. This has to be a sensor. All right, let's check it manually.
Whoa! Hey, Bucks! That was too close!
First, detach the arm. Wipe the chamber clean. Now, reassemble the unit.
Your car may still be stuck in fault mode.
Click the link below before you drive.